What's up, man? It's 2020. It's my official podcast. First podcast of 2020. Cool Water, the digital dope man. The information overlord. The information god. Of the Barroom Chats podcast. Tonight, I'm going to jump back on the mic once again to spit this juice about one of your favorite comedians. Somebody, man, that took me down the wrong lane. I'm talking about Tiffany Haddish. Cute ass Tiffany Haddish. She had a recent interview on The Breakfast Club. And I got to listen to that. And that took me in a direction that I didn't really like when I heard the shit that was coming out of Tiffany's mouth. You feel me? So we're going to talk about that and get a clear understanding and explanation as to why Tiffany and some other black women feel and act and do the shit that they do when they feel like they got, I guess, an open season to show their ass. So I was just talking to one of the homies not too long, well, really the night before. I actually had, but matter of fact, let me go back. I was talking to one of the homies about a month ago. And I was like, man, I would date Tiffany. Because I was looking at all kind of stuff. And I'm like, man, me and Tiffany hit it off. It'd be on. She a fire sign, I'm an air sign. It'd be popping. She a little bit silly at times for my taste, but we'll work through that, right? This is what I'm telling my homie. So we, go through a couple of things and talk about some of her background, yada, yada, yada. Fast forward to a month later, I'm on the phone with another one of the homies out of Houston. We get to talking about Tiffany. And I mentioned the same thing. Man, I could get on Tiff. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? She just needs somebody, man, with a little bit more strength and guidance to really put her on the map and put her on her mission like she's supposed to be. I had recently seen a video by Snoop, and she went to Snoop's birthday party. And hold on for a minute. Before I do all that, let me tell y'all what's really going down. This is the Barroom Chats podcast, where we talk about topics in the area of entertainment, politics, culture, and business. Barroom Chats podcast is ran by me, Cool Water, the digital dope man. You can find us at Spreaker, SPREAKER.com. That's Spreaker under Barroom Chats podcast or Cool Water Tracks. In which case, this is the first podcast of 2020. Happy New Year to most of you. Hopefully you are on your mission and your mission is slowly coming into fruition as far as what you need. So going back to what I just said, she went to Snoop's birthday party and, they kikied and caca. So after it was over, Snoop walked her to the limo and, she was talking about, man, we need to get together and do this. And, we can do this. And Snoop was like, no, you need to get on it and do it yourself. And then when you get it running, come holler at me. So he was trying to give it a game like, man, you be the initiator and go handle it. And then when you get it running, I'm going to show you how to pimp it out and make it work and exploit whatever opportunity you got. You feel me? So Tiffany at times seems a little bit confused. So I was telling a homie, I said, man, I could get into Tiff. You know what I mean? She a little silly at times, but I could get into that. Okay, fast forward to what got me doing this podcast. Tiffany Haddish gets on The Breakfast Club. And she's looking very, very nice. Clean cut, nice business style suit. Just real professional. But she a hood chick out of South Central, if I'm not mistaken. But her mouth, it was like, ugh. And then the shit that was coming out of her mouth. So everybody's like, why can't Tiffany get a man? At one point, we heard that she was hollering she would date Brad Pitt and, some other white boys, yada, yada, yada. And, the white boys in Hollywood don't want you. That's the point that I don't think she came across the part of truly understanding. The folks in Hollywood, they ain't checking for Tiffany. So Tiffany is on the Breakfast Club dropping game and then dropping fuckery in the same sentence. So she talks about her background, finding out that she was a Jewish Hebrew or Israelite, one of the two. They really are the same in some regards. Having a bar mitzvah, doing the 23andMe, finding out about her heritage, meeting her father at 27, after he had been through some trying times. And Tiff dropping science, but then it was the other side, which I didn't find to be funny, and I didn't find them to be jokes, but she talking about her bedroom action and what she does inside the bedroom and realistically out. Jacking niggas off. Oh, I didn't like him, but I feel bad, so I gave him a hand job. Who she fucked this way, that way. All of that to me, man, was the fuckery. And it was another indication of black women trying to dance between two fences. So she made some comments about some dudes that came at her and shit, and she was talking like, oh, I don't spend money on men or something to that effect. You would have to do this, and I'm looking for this type of man, and he needs to be a man. He needs to have his own situation going on. I really don't care what he doing, long as he got his business together. But then the shit that was coming out your mouth, you know what I'm saying? I'm at the strip club, this is what I do. You put the dollar between the ass like this and put it underneath the balls like that. That shit right there ain't becoming, man. Especially for a 40-year-old. Now, it's a difference when you do your comedy and you in your zone and you in your area, your arena, your setting. Because that's what you get paid to do. But when you step from behind the veil, there's a certain decor, there's a certain attitude you gotta have, a certain kind of character and class that separates you above the rest. And she ain't differentiating between the two. That broad went out to the Oscars, man. If I ain't mistaken, Boyce Watkins was talking about, she had she took some chicken with her and was pulling the shit out of her purse. That ain't very becoming for a very attractive woman who can't find a man. And I'm sure she'll find some nigga who will want to put up with the fuckery. But the real issue for me is the fact that you're displaying the stereotypes. It's already a huge problem for black women to find mates as it is. The ratio of single women to men is crazy. You feel me? Very crazy. So here's Tiffany adding on to the pancake the bullshit, but wants to be respected as a classy lady, but yet and still don't want to, but then you utter certain shit and people don't got to wonder how they gonna take you. So after I heard that, I said, shit, I can't fuck with that. Number one, you telling all your business. You all over the internet telling them how you get down in the bedroom, man. Everybody know you don't kiss and tell. We ain't in high school. This ain't college. You don't put your business out there like that, man, for folks to know exactly how you move. So now everybody know how you move. You got 5 million plus people that know how this broad move, because why? At the end of the day, it's going to be some dude who going to misconstrue that whole conversation. He going to come at her wrong and she going to pop off. but she want to be respected in another light at the same time because she don't get down like that. I ain't selling my pussy. I ain't selling my body to come up. Okay, well then that also need to be displayed in how you carry yourself and how you vocally articulate your thoughts. It's one thing you pop a joke, you say some slick shit. We get that. But that was beyond joking. That was slutty. That was slutty vegan behavior. If you understand the analogy. That was slutty vegan behavior. She not exemplifying princess-like, lady-like qualities. The Breakfast Club to me showed that she was a hood chick who finally got her break, and the hood ain't never left, and she's still talking the same hood shit that she talking, and she ain't growing. You doing movies with these white girls now, these Latina girls, you know, you going up the ladder, you bubbling. But at the end of the day, you still talking that same shit. So them white girls, man, they play you with a long handled spoon. They'll let you come fuck with them for a minute. But they ain't gonna let your ass come goddamn lay over to the house, spend the night, kick it, run to the yacht. Them folks ain't finna put you in the mix like that because they know the code. They know the stereotype. They know what not to do. She'll fuck with you on some soup. You know, some meatloaf. But you can't come to the private viewing party, you know what I'm saying, where they doing lines of coke. Because you talk too much. And I think that was one of the main themes, man, that really turned me off about Tiffany. But that's across the board with a lot of these sisters out here. You wearing business suits, talking tough, but then when a dude come at you that way, you want to get offended. But you want to be married. You want to be a mother. You want to be a housewife. You want to be respected and honored and adored. Y'all got to make up your mind. So that shit following Tiffany around. Everybody, she was on Jimmy Kimmel, and I heard him ask her the same question. I can't believe you single. Man, yeah, she gonna be single, because ain't nobody finna fool with that foolery, that fuckery. Don't nobody want that shit, man. Don't nobody want none of that. You understand? It's niggas that want to hit because she got a big ass. Me included. But I can't put you on the elbow and make you my main when I know you gonna get on the mic and go telling all my business, especially if we part ways. It's a code to this shit. Sometimes you gotta protect your innocence so that people don't mistake that for a certain abuse. You got that white dude out here. You got the white boy out here, Epstein. Epstein out here raping little girls. Epstein out here got these little white girls out here tore up. Now, they grown now. But the problem is, guess what? They didn't get compensated. See, that's where the pain come in at. They didn't get compensated. Wasn't no money coming from what he was doing to them during that time period. They was youngsters. They do a whole documentary on Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein on ABC. See, the real issue is black women want to be like the white girl, but you can't be like the white girl because the white girl got certain rules that and codes of conduct that don't apply to you. You can't do it like they do it. See, they can do this shit. They can fucking holler rape and get away with it. You see Harvey Weinstein on trial for all the dirt that he done did. You got Bill Cosby in jail over some bullshit, some young shit, some 60-year-old, 30, 40, 50-year-old shit where he paid them white girls. They signed affidavits, signed disclosure agreements, and these folks still put Bill in jail and broke their agreement. The same way they broke the agreement with the Indians is the same way they broke the agreement with Bill Cosby. A black man has no laws that a white man is bound to respect, coming off the Dred Scott decision. All this shit is inclusive, man. These folks don't give a fuck. So Tiffany tap dancing over here tap dancing and then trying to be black empowered and empowering black people off the comedic actions that she does. Working in a white industry that's controlled by white males. And she thinks she finna make it happen. And you still gotta bow down. And you still gonna have to, at some point, if you're trying to rise, they're gonna make you pull your clothes off, because you ain't gonna get but so far unless you just stand alone, stand outside the industry and bang on the beast and continue to go the long road. But you ain't gonna be top dog. You'll be like Regina King. You'll get your plaques, but you ain't gonna be mainstream popular to the point where everybody always talking about you at the dinner table. All them cats out of Boys in the Hood took the road less traveled. Morris Chestnut, he took the road less traveled. He working. He stay working. He eating too. But you don't hear about Morris Chestnut like that. He ain't out there dealing with that nonsense. He ain't up in the media lights. He ain't out here getting caught up in no nonsense. He figured out how the game went a long time ago. Ice Cube figured out how it went a long time ago. That's why he pulled out the pen and went the executive route. You see what I'm saying? Nia Long. You don't hear about Nia Long like that. She working, though. She eats. You know what I'm saying? She eat all the time. But she ain't playing that game. But Tiffany, you on mainstream TV, doing mainstream movies, hosting mainstream programming, television shows. That come with a price. The same thing they talking about Lizzo. Lizzo over here trying to make it seem cool to be obese. When half the people that got family members that's obese got diabetes, they got cancer, they dealing with hypertension, high blood pressure. That shit ain't cool. Very pretty girl. She attractive like a motherfucker. But guess what? She overweight. And until she quit playing that game, that's going to be a problem for her. Now just think, if she wised up and lost that weight, how much more her stock would go up. How her stock would go through the roof. How she really would be sought after by these niggas. All these dudes looking for a head job, man. Ain't nobody trying to commit to Lizzo. She got to go out and hold herself and make herself look like she's something other than a lady, just to get the attention of the man, because most of these dudes ain't gonna want to do nothing with but get a little head job and keep it moving. She had that article out or whatever it was. She got a hold of a Gemini and he tore her ass up. Tore into her ass, tore a whole new asshole. And she feeling some kind of way because she dealing with a dual personality and didn't understand that brother. But she wants to be respected for her art, for her beauty, for her overweightness and whatever else. You see what I'm saying? And it's an issue. So here Tiffany Haddish is talking tough about how men, she want the man to be this and the man to be that. It's like, here we go with the fuckery, because black women, you got to make up your mind. You got to stand on one moral or another. If you meet a man like Malcolm X, you're not going to date him, because that comes with a certain level of requirements, a certain level of astuteness and professionalism that you got to have. Y'all don't want that. You meet somebody, man, who bullshitting like a baby. Y'all in love with that dude. Y'all ready to ride. Y'all ready to ride. You dig? It's a issue when you think about the number of chicks out here who can't get no man. And they'll blame it on the man and say, oh, it's all the man's fault. But no, you broads got to start upgrading and getting your shit together and start working on self-development so that you can become what men desire. And it ain't always we got to be in the bedroom to be for you to be desirable. Y'all can barely hold a conversation with me 9 times out of 10. And I sit down and we get to conversing. You ain't got enough depth. You got to be able to start doing something for yourself that will initiate some type of decorum, so that you can be put on that pedestal and be that queen that you keep telling everybody you is. You see Prince Harry and Meghan Markle on the move. Meghan so nurturing, man, it's sickening. Harry got the baby, she rubbing Harry's back. Harry talking, she right there, man, just real consoling and caring and supporting and all that other stuff. And she ain't never taken her clothes off. And she's very attractive, very articulate, pretty white teeth, skin is clean. She ain't all over here, man, raking and shaking her ass. Don't no dude want no woman, man, talking about how she jacking dudes off in the car. Don't no dude want no woman like that. If he do, he's still a little boy. Don't nobody want nobody who could tell nobody, man, how you fucked all summer long. It was a hot girl summer. And you fucked the real estate cat. The real estate cat liable not to come back. Putting his business out there. Ain't nothing. That's not comical. That's not comical. You see? It's not comical. So, not to be long-winded, because I'm not going to hold myself on here, man. I think Tiffany Haddish is an attractive woman. I think the Breakfast Club interview was one of the sorriest, stinking ass videos that she's interviews that she's ever done. I think Tiffany is going to have to start to distinguish herself as a comedian with some type of class. Even Richard Pryor, goddamn, had a little. He was, smooth when he did his shit. Somewhere in the game, man, y'all gonna have to put some parameters up with the entertainment industry and stop hoeing for the money. Now, Tiffany sound like she morally sound, because she ain't dropping no pussy right now to continue to rise up the ladder. From what we hear coming out of her mouth. And then she coming in touch with the culture. She coming in touch with knowledge of self. So some of that shit gonna fall away, but when? That's the real question. So I'm off, man. You got a comment? Please leave one. You got an opinion? Please leave one. Ain't nobody scared of y'all, man. You don't like what I'm saying? That's cool. Speak your piece. I'm gonna respond, though. You feel me? Check me out at the blog, ishiphopdead.com. Look for me at the home base site, thedigitaldopeman.com. It's 2020, man. If you ain't on your grind, then you just ain't on nothing really at all. You need to be out here getting to it. Peace and stay blessed. Holla.